So recently we've had a lot of clients ask us about townhomes in the Phoenix area, especially in the East Valley. There's not a lot of townhomes being built, but Lennar right now has a great option for you. We're in Avalon Crossing. We've already filmed, actually Shay Richmond's gonna be in here. So what you're gonna get is basically a single family house. It's kind of like a patio house if you wanna call it. The lot size are gonna be right around that 4,000 mark. As you can see, there's not gonna be a yard, which is great, no maintenance. So if you're busy working with the kids, this might be ideal. You don't have to worry about the backyard or anything like that, because it's obviously a lot smaller. It's kind of like a patio home. So that being said, you know, no pool in your backyard, but they are gonna have an awesome community pool here. The key selling point of this community right here is just in terms of convenience. You're basically right off the 24. You can hop on the 202 and get around very easily. So for convenience wise, that's why Shay's been selling these houses and Lennar, and that's why Richmond just bought some lots here, just like I mentioned. So for convenience wise, to get around, you know, if you got to get to Scottsdale, you want to get to a ball game for spring training, that's very close. The hospital's only 10 minutes away. Costco's 10 minutes away. To get to Sky Harbor, you're looking about 35 minutes. To get to Mesa Gateway Airport, if you're flying from, you know, into Mesa Gateway Airport, it's about 10 minutes. So convenience wise, that's why this community is probably selling out, you know, quicker than most in the East Valley. School ratings out here, just so you know, is an A- for Mesa Unified School District. But remember, you can go to different charter schools, Queen Creek, Chandler, and Gilbert, which remember, Chandler's the #1 school district in Arizona. That's only about 20 minutes away. So your kids have different options. So let's go ahead and check out this house. They're gonna have 3 different models here. This is gonna be the Myrtle. It's gonna be a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house, 2,081 square feet with the loft and a 2-car garage. So once you walk into the Myrtle, you can see that as soon as you walk into basically your living room, your dining room, and your kitchen all in one on the first floor. There are not gonna be any bedrooms on the first floor in this model. So remember, there's 2 other model homes we're gonna be showing you, so please stick around for that. And also within the comments, please let us know which of these models you prefer, which ones you like, maybe why you don't like it. You know, we've heard of different comments about Lennar not being that good of a builder. For us, we've sold a lot of Lennar homes. None of our buyers have ever had an issue. And I think that's primarily because you have to remember, John and I, we always pick up the tab for you for your home inspection, the third-party home inspection. So before you move into your house, we're gonna have a professional inspector come in, check out the whole house so that when you move into it, it's ready to go. And then at your 1-year mark, of course, you do all your little touch-ups. So getting back into this house, you can see it's got a beautiful countertop, this nice quartz countertop, great size, gas stove, which is always my favorite. Refrigerator, remember, all the appliances in Lennar, these are all included. Now, they have a bunch of spec homes already built out. We just talked to the sales rep, Damon, who's our guy. He's a great person to work with. We love working with him. He told us in the spec homes that they are also including the washer and dryer. And remember, the blinds are also included. So these are basically turnkey homes. All you got to do is bring your clothes, your furniture, and your toothbrush, and you're ready to rock and roll. So right here behind John, let me show you, John. Thank you for opening that up. You have a smaller pantry, of course. It's not that big, but you have a lot of nice cabinet space. Remember, they're going to have a couple different packages here, depending on how, you know, they spec these things out. You might get white cabinets, you might get darker cabinets. It just depends on how they spec it out. So real quick, let's get into this patio, which to me, this is kind of more like a townhome. You know, coming from the Midwest, we had a bunch of these type of homes. So you can see there's not a lot of space. You got enough space just to put a little table out here, but low maintenance. You don't have to worry about doing anything. This is also a great option if you're looking to buy a second home. You're looking just to have a home with not, a ton of maintenance. This might be a great option for you, being so close to the airport. So going down this hallway, you're going to run into your only half bathroom. You're going to have a large closet under the stairs. And then this door right here is going to be to your 2-car garage. You're going to have another closet right here. Another nice little linen closet. And then, of course, your half bathroom like I just mentioned. So coming up to your second story, it's kind of strange because a lot of times when it's a second story home, or 2 stories, I should say, and it's only 2,000 square feet or 2081 is, I should say, it feels a little bit more cramped. This one does not. This has 2 nice spare bedrooms with walk-in closets and very nice views out your window. And then this, of course, will be your bathroom in between the 2 spare bedrooms. And the cool thing about this house, you got a great space here for a loft area. Of course, you can make this into a TV room, a game room, or maybe even a study room, which is more important. You got also some more storage right here. It's a great thing about these newer homes, they got some good storage. Down on this side of the home, you're gonna have your primary suite, master bedroom. Also, you're gonna have your laundry room right next to the primary bedroom, which will be right here. This one does not have the washer and dryer in it, but like I mentioned, some of the spec homes will come with all the appliances. So this is the master bedroom, really good size. Still pretty nice high ceilings. These are 9-foot ceilings, 8-foot doors. Up here, you have a nice stand-up shower, a double sink, and a decent sized walk-in closet.
So the great thing right now out at Avalon with Lennar is they got some really good incentives going on, like a lot of builders, because as we know, the market, it's been a little slower as of late, so that only means better options for you if you're a buyer, better incentives. Maybe you can save a little bit more money right now, but for FHA and VA, there's going to be a fixed rate of 3.75 here. For conventional loan, it's going to be 3.99. They're also going to basically cover all your closing costs, or at least give you $10K towards closing costs, which out here that pretty much should cover it. They also have a 2-1 buy down if you're interested. To be honest, I don't think that would be the best option for you if you can already get in at 3.75 fixed. But that is something, if you want more information, just reach out to us on that. Now we're going to continue on to the second model. This is actually going to be the sales office. This one is the Mulberry. It's 2144 in square footage. It's a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage. This one, as you're going to see eventually, this one has a little bit bigger yard. So this is more of a single family yard, I guess you would say. It's definitely more than like a townhouse would have, which is great. So you're going to have different options out here. Some people might want kind of like what we saw in the last house, basically no yard, just a little courtyard. But a lot of people are going to like a setup like this to where they can utilize the yard for a little outdoor kitchen, pergola, maybe a hot tub. So that's great about this.
This is great for like a younger family.
Yeah, just for sure. Yeah, even if you had 1 or 2 kids, you could definitely make this work. And remember too, they do have a really nice community pool, just a couple blocks away from here that you can utilize. HOA is $145 a month, and you do have some sports courts, little playground areas for the kids. But as you can see, this is a really nice kitchen, family room, open concept. The island is really good size. As you can see, there's 5 stools right there. But as always with Lennar, you're going to have a few different options as far as cabinet colors, flooring, the finishes. There's going to be 3 different packages for that.
I'm sure if I'm a huge fan of this, though. The garage. The garage door is coming in right through the, right into the kitchen, but it's not horrible. But
it's not bad.
I'm not a huge fan of that.
Yeah, I'd prefer maybe at least a mud room in between. But that's going to be the downstairs on this one. Right here is going to be your pantry, which is not bad size. It's bigger than the last house we checked out.
That's enough for 2.5 million bottles of water.
Right. And then we did skip over it, but right when you walk in, you are going to have your half bath. Coming upstairs in the Mulberry, you do have, I guess, a loft. I don't know if I would even really consider this a full loft, because as you can tell, it's tight in here. You couldn't really utilize it for a TV area. I mean, you could, but it'd be about enough space for one person to watch.
You could put like a 20-inch TV on that wall.
You could, yeah. So there's going to be 4 bedrooms up here. Right in front of Lou right now is going to be the first spare bedroom. Now, being that there's 4 bedrooms in this floor plan, the upstairs definitely feels a little tighter. In my opinion, if you don't need a 4th bedroom, I actually like the first home better for you, which would be a 3-bedroom. That's the Myrtle. The bedrooms are just a little bit bigger size. The loft area has more space. But here's going to be your master primary bedroom. This is good size. I like all the windows, as always, above the bed and whatnot. Gives a lot of great natural light in here. But this is...
And I still like that they did the 9-foot ceilings.
Yeah, yeah. 9-foot ceilings, 8-foot interior doors. This bathroom's it's got a little bit more room than the last one. Also, the master closet's a little bit bigger too. Now, I don't even think I mentioned it. This house is gonna start around the $494 mark, $495. Most of these homes are gonna hover around that $500,000 mark. On this side, I'm gonna actually just get out of the way, but there's gonna be 3 spare bedrooms, a full bath to utilize, and then your laundry room. So real quick, we will check out this backyard just because you definitely have more space with this one. This is probably roughly around the 4,000 square foot mark for a lot. But like we said, you could definitely utilize this in a few different ways.
Even a hot tub right where that tree is.
Yeah, hot tub. I mean, even if you have a dog, you'd have enough room for them to at least come out here and do what they need to do, but...
What is that, John?
So that's going to be, once again, the mulberry. One other thing, too, while we're going back inside, as far as job opportunities out in this area, there's a lot of tech companies out this way. There's a new LG plant, like a $5.5 billion plant being built right down Ironwood. So there's a lot of jobs, obviously, over there. There's the tech corridor right around here within, I think it's like 10 minutes from here with Facebook, Meta. I think Apple's over there, too. Intel isn't far in Chandler. It's about 25-ish minutes. So you do have a lot of new tech companies, and obviously there's stuff that's been here and established for a while too. So keep that in mind. And once again, mulberry floor plan, and we're gonna check out the last one.
So now we're gonna be checking out the last model home here. This is gonna be the Moringa. This is gonna be a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house, 2,162 square feet, 2-car garage with the loft. So this actually has a nice layout. I mean, as much as I liked the mulberry, it was okay. I just didn't like walking right into the house and the first thing you see is the kitchen. At least when you walk into this one, you're walking in right into the living room. So don't mind the dust. We had a nice little dust storm last night. Some things got knocked over in the backyard, but we will survive and we will rebuild. So this home right now, they have a couple quick move-in ready homes now that are available for this model, the Moringa. Starting off at $525 is one of them, and the other one I believe is $540. So, like I said, as soon as you walk in, I like that you actually walk in and this is the first thing you see, not just the kitchen and the sink and all that. So, once you turn the corner, of course, you have your kitchen, gas stove, always my favorite. Remember, all the blinds and appliances are included with Lennar, which is great. So you don't have to worry about spending any extra money, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. Which remember, FHA right now with Lennar. 3.75% interest rate for a 30-year fixed, which is a phenomenal rate right now, especially when rates right now are hovering right around 6.5 and 6 3/4. Remember, they're giving you money for your closing costs, which is also very helpful. So as soon as you walk down a little bit further, you're going to hit your staircase, your only half bathroom, a closet, and your 2-car garage. So coming up the stairs on the Moringa, you can tell you have a great loft right here, which obviously could be a TV room, could be a great office. Remember, these do not have flex rooms, office space for you people that work from home, which is most people nowadays. Another thing I like to touch on as well, make sure that you go into buying a home, especially a resale home, even a new home with some sort of representation. 10 out of 10 times, the builder pays us our commission, so it doesn't cost you guys anything for us to represent you. So just keep that in mind. So as soon as you walk up your stairs, your very first right, you're going to hit your laundry room. And then right through here, you're going to have your 2 spare bedrooms. So now as you come out of those 2 spare bedrooms, you have your bathroom right in between those 2. Only got a single sink, but it'll work. And with a bathtub, shower. Coming down the hallway, you're gonna run into your primary bathroom. Your master closet's gonna be on this side over here. So you're gonna have a nice double sink, stand-up shower with a bench. Really good sized bathroom. And then here's your second closet for the primary suite, which is nice to have 2 closets, the his and hers. You obviously know who gets the bigger one typically, so this is gonna be the bedroom. Also very nice size. Once again, 9-foot ceilings, 8-foot doors. Makes it look a little bit bigger. I'm not a huge fan of the carpet, but I understand that sometimes having that on the second floor is a little bit more cost effective for the builders. I prefer to have some sort of either tile or even luxury vinyl tile down on here. So just to keep that in mind, and real quick, let's go check out the outside. So coming outside to your Moringa model home, you could tell you have a much better lot size than, on the first one, which was, I believe, the Myrtle. So this is a decent sized lot, still some room to put this little pergola, outdoor kitchen, a hot tub. So like I said, much better than the very first one. And then on this side, it's got a nice little dog run. So it's got some good space on the side. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this video here at Avalon. So just keep it in mind that if this is not the area that you're looking for, maybe you're looking for something in the West Valley, something that's maybe a 55 and over community, whether it's your first home or your last home, please reach out to John and I. We help out clients from all over the United States. Even if you're looking to sell a house here, we do a lot of listings as well. We pride ourselves on getting out into the field, boots on the ground, seeing what's the best option in terms of communities for you and your family. So just please reach out to us. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys real soon.